V'haya ki yomer aleichem b'neichem ma avodah zois lachem. We all know this pasuk. V'haya, and it will be that you have a child that says, Ma avodah zois lachem. What is this avodah for you? And the Haggadah says, which of the four sons says these words? The Ben Rasha. Frekt the Kloisenberger Rebbe, we know that Vahaya is a Lashon Simcha. Chazal have a general rule. When it says Vahaya, it's referring to something happy. So why would it say Vahaya with happiness, Ki Yoimru Aleichem Menechem, that your child is challenging you and telling you, Ma Avodah Zos Lachem? What's the Simcha? Says the Kloisenberger Rebbe that it's very unfortunate if a person has a son who is challenging, a son of a Rasha, a son who's a Rasha or acting bad, and he's challenging you. It's very, very sad. But if he's talking to you, Ki Yoimru Aleichem, it's already a reason to be happy. Torah says a Lashon V'haya. As long as there's dialogue, there's hope. You always got to do everything to keep the dialogue open. When you say, how could you talk like that? What's the matter with you? Blah, 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 and you shut them down, you didn't fix anything. They still have the same kashas. And then on top of that, they have an animosity to you. And then they say, from people are scared of questions because they don't really know the answers. They're brainwashed. Not true. You could ask us questions and we could have a very nice conversation with you. And that's what the Kloisenberger Rebbe said. Kloisenberger Rebbe said, parents have to do whatever they can to keep the lines of communication with the children open, no matter the path they've taken. Those kids come back faster. There's tremendous influence when you have talks and you don't debate and you don't put down and they're close to you and they can express themselves. And either you answer them or you do what we do, which we sidestep it and we just say, let's not let religion get between us. And let's talk about other stuff. And let's bond and let's influence through the power of NKN, of Nafshei Kshur B'Nafshei. And that's the mila that our TP parents have. It's terrible that we have these situations. But there is a certain element of Vahaya that we could say that we have a certain simcha because Ki Yoimru Aleichem, our children are talking to us. Right? Like you just told me that a few months ago, she wasn't talking to you. Now she talks. That's a step in the right direction. What did you have to do to change that? It's very controversial and people don't like it. But they don't know what it's like to live in a situation with a kid going in and out of facilities and shut down, refuses to talk to her parents. That kid has no future. No matter what you did under my, guidance and under your Das Torah, so we know that we're good. Whatever you did, it's worth it. She now has a mami and a tati. She has parents to talk to. We do so much for our children, and then so many of them are going through real darkness, and they don't feel they could talk to their parents. We were there for them when they had diaper rash. That's okay. When they were throwing up in the middle of the night, when they were 5, when they were 7. Now their mamish need us more than ever. It's too painful. I can't deal with it. You can't dress like this in my house. You can't do this. You can't. Put up the walls. Now they're on their own. They're just as lost. They have the same questions, but now they're much more lost because I don't have parents to guide me. I don't have parents to talk to because they can't handle my questions. They can't deal with me. That's the worst. That's what makes people numb themselves even more and just want to check out and not care about their lives. They put their lives in danger. But when they see that, I care about you. And even though you're struggling with this and you're questioning, wow, that's so smart. Smart people ask questions. You don't have to have the answers. Say, wow, if you need someone, we'll try to find somebody. I find that the questions are never about the questions and it's never about the answers. There's a pain that's there. And by dropping the child because of the questions, you never really get to know their story. We had a family here that was mashadach with another family. And they said, yeah, that family, they have a 35-year-old son. He dropped off the face of the earth, moved to someplace in California, crazy kid, nobody ever knows what happened. What a shame. When he was in 6th grade, he was a top kid. When he was 12, he was a top kid. When he was 14, he was a top kid. All of a sudden, he became Meshuggah, and nobody knows because they detached themselves as he went through this. And now he's all alone, 35 years old. Everybody says, he's a Meshuggah. I guarantee he was not a Meshuggah. He has a story. He has a story, but he doesn't have the Vahaya, he doesn't have the Simcha that he has and the parents need to have from connection, talking to each other. The problem that we have is that a lot of times we're hearing stuff that we don't want to hear. We wish we never heard. We hear things we wish we never heard. We have kids who say, I think I'm gay, I think I'm this, I think I'm that, I gender dysphoria, eating all kinds of confusion. That's the job of a parent, to understand, as hard as it is to be challenged in spiritual inyanim or emotional problems that they have, whatever it is, we don't want to let go. It's always a simcha as long as they're talking to you. Our job is to not say anything or do anything that is going to shut down the lines of communication, because then it's like they're floating away. You're on the boat, and they're floating away in the ocean. The only thing you have to keep them connected is your connection. You let go of them, there's sharks out there. There's plenty of other boats that'll pick them up and take them to who knows where, and then, oy vey, oy. No. We got to always keep the communication at 100%. And if it hurts you about what they're talking about, say to yourself, Nebuch, my kid is struggling with this and this basic fundamental concept, basic emunah or basic life. We have kids who are struggling with, they don't know if they want to be a boy or a girl. It's very painful, but Rahman al-Islan of what your child is going through, but they should not go through it alone. That's not going to help anybody with anything.